it was interesting because I remember you came into the gym, and like many people in any like fitness, I believe is cyclical. Like it goes in cycles for people, and maybe some people cycle into fitness and they cycle out. Some people cycle into one kind of fitness and then cycle into a different kind and cycle into that kind of scenario. And for you, because you were at the gym for a while, and then you weren't, and then you were gone for a period of time. And I remember we met in this exact same office. We were sitting opposite, though. I think we were just sitting here talking. This was in the middle, the height of the stress of your restaurateur, restaurantpreneur. What do you call someone who owns restaurants and bars? Restaurantrepreneur, whatever.
Sounds a little too bougie.
Yeah, it does sound. It sounds a little slightly more bougie for you. And I remember you're still the only person to this day. I gave you a key to the building. I said, bro, work out. Come in here when I'm not even here. Take this key and you're allowed. Come in here at any time. Flip on the lights at 2 a.m. I don't care. Because I remember thinking, like, if this fucking dude stops exercising, like, he's just such a genetically gifted human. Yeah. And if he stops doing it, number one, you're probably going to become a huge dick. You're probably just going to become a prick. Number two, you'll never get fat. Like, you'll never, like, your genetics just work on your side on that. But I was like, it'd just be such a waste. I remember giving you that key, and you don't think you ever came in here one time. I don't think you ever came in at 2 a.m. I think in my head I romanticized that. I'm like, man, I bet you Dave's inside my gym right now at 2 a.m. just lifting weights.
I romanticize it in my head. But you know what? At 2 a.m. after dealing with bullshit at a bar all day.
It's a tough industry, man. Yeah. It's a tough industry. Yeah. But to stay on the fitness thing, that you disappeared from fitness personally for yourself during that period of your time. What was the thing that brought you in? Because you obviously, when you dove back in, you went all in.
Yeah. Honestly, man, seeking what truly made me happy. I got to the point in my life where I was miserable, burning the candle at both ends. I mean, a business owner, you know the deal. It's like I got to where I owned 3 bar locations in 2 different states with close to 100 employees. I was maintaining a corporate job at the same time for a good part of that. So it's no exaggeration when I say I worked 20 hours a day. And I got to the point where, so I was obsessed with, on paper, being a millionaire before I was 30. That was my obsession.
Why?
Arbitrary. I don't know. I thought that was just, it seemed like a good goal to have, and I grew up dirt poor, abused, all that stuff. We can go into all that if you want. But like coming from that background, the thought, just the allure of being able to say you're a millionaire, even on paper, which, as you know, is very different than having a million bucks in the bank.
Correct.
So I was obsessed with that. And I got there, like just before my 30th birthday, on paper, business assets, personal assets, everything, which again is very different than, it's not like I had a Lambo. And at that point, I remember I had a child. She was a small infant at that point. My wife was on vacation to the beach to see family. I couldn't go because of the business. And I seriously considered, while they were gone, putting a gun in my mouth and just ending it all because I was that fucking miserable. And I said, okay, hold on a second. You're imposing a lot of this on yourself, right? You are making yourself be miserable. So how are you not miserable? What do you love? And then fitness came right back. And so I started making myself find the time to work out. Serendipitously, around that time, a private equity group came along and offered to buy the business. And that's what we started talking again a little bit more. But yeah, man, it was honestly having a conversation with myself about like what makes me happy. And it's like, no shit, this is what I've been doing my whole life that makes me happy, and I just stopped it. So fitness for me, or training, or whatever you want to call it, it's stress relief. It's meditation. It's getting in there and like, no matter what happened during the day, I'm taking it all out, on the weights, and, it helped me as a kid, a teenager, all that stuff. So that's really what it was, man. It was that self-realization of, holy shit, I've let myself get down this road so far that I'm actually thinking I have no way out. But wait a second, I have a way out. You know? So that's what it was.